Can you answer the most common job interview questions perfectly in English and give the best communication tips? Imagine sitting in a job interview knowing you have the right skills and experience. And suddenly, the interviewer asks you a question in English and you don't know how to respond. You know what you want to say, but the words don't come out the way you want them to. If you are struggling to ace your job interview in English, you are not alone. Many people feel anxious about answering questions in a foreign language, but it's not just about language skills. In this video, you will learn how to confidently answer some of the most common job interview questions in English while also improving the way you communicate your skills, experience, and value. The truth is, even if you are fluent in English, interview questions can still catch you off guard. You might have all the right skills and experience, but if you can't express yourself clearly and confidently, you risk losing the opportunity. And here is where many people struggle. They focus too much on speaking perfect English and worry about making grammar mistakes, using wrong vocabulary, or having an accent. But here's the thing. A successful interview isn't only about speaking perfect English. It's about knowing what to say and how to say it effectively. You can have excellent English and still give a weak interview answer if you don't know how to organize your thoughts or connect your experience to the job. So instead of focusing only on the mistakes, focus on the message you are trying to communicate. By practicing common interview questions and learning how to structure your answers, you can build your confidence and make it easier to communicate your strengths during the interview. And that's exactly what we are going to do next. So let's look at some of the most common job interview questions and, more importantly, how to answer them effectively. Question 1. Tell me about yourself. This is one of the first questions an interviewer will ask, and many candidates make the mistake of telling their entire life story. For example, a weak answer might sound like, "My name is Sarah. I was born in London. I went to university in 2018. I have 2 brothers, and I like traveling. I also enjoy watching movies and spending time with my friends." There is nothing grammatically wrong with this answer, but it doesn't really answer what the interviewer needs to know. A stronger answer would be, "My name is Sarah, and I am a marketing specialist with 3 years of experience in digital marketing. In my current role, I manage social media campaigns and create content that helps increase customer engagement. I am now looking for an opportunity where I can use my experience to contribute to a growing company." Notice the difference? The second answer is clear, professional, and focused on the candidate's experience, skills, and value. You don't need complicated English to make a strong impression. You need to communicate your experience clearly and connect it to the position you are applying for. Question 2. Why do you want this job? This is another question that can easily catch candidates off guard. A weak answer would be, "I want this job because I need a job. And I think the salary is good. I also want to gain experience." Again, the English may be understandable, but the answer focuses almost entirely on what the candidate wants. Instead, try connecting your answer to the company and the role. For example, "I am interested in this position because it matches my experience in customer service. And I am excited to contribute to a company that values customer satisfaction. I also believe this role will help me develop my skills while making meaningful contribution to the team." That's a much stronger answer. The communication tip here is simple. Don't only explain what the job can do for you, Also explain what you can bring to the job. Question 3. What is your greatest weakness? This question makes many candidates nervous. Some people try to avoid this question completely. For example, I don't have any weaknesses. I am a perfectionist. This answer is extremely common and it can sound rehearsed. Instead, choose a genuine but manageable weakness and explain what you are doing to improve it. For example, one area I am working on is public speaking. I sometimes feel nervous when I am speaking in front of a large audience. So I have been practicing regularly and volunteering to give presentations whenever I have the opportunity. I have already become much more confident. See what happens there? You didn't simply state a weakness, you showed self-awareness and improvement. That's what makes the answer effective. And this brings us to one of the most important communication tips for job interviews. Don't think of every interview question as a test of your English. Think of it as an opportunity to show the interviewer who you are, what you can do, and how you can help the company. And here is the key tip I want you to remember. Whatever question you are asked, try to connect your answer back to the job requirements and the company's needs. If the company is looking for someone who can work well with customers, show how your experience demonstrates strong customer service skills. If they need someone who can work under pressure, show them how you handled a difficult situation. If they need a strong team player, talk about a time you successfully worked with others to achieve a goal. In other words, don't just answer the question. Show them why your answer makes you a strong fit for the job. So remember these 3 things. Prepare your answers before the interview. Communicate clearly and concisely. And always tailor your answers to the specific role. You don't need perfect English to succeed in an English interview. You need to be prepared, understand what the interviewer is looking for, and communicate your value with confidence. Now it's your turn. Think about a job interview question you've struggled with before. What was the question and how did you answer it? Share your experience or your question in the comments below. And if you want more practical English communication tips to speak confidently at work and in interview, subscribe to my channel. Good luck with your next interview and remember, clear communication can open doors.